everybody, and welcome back to Astroneer with your friend Kuros Paladin. So I've been in this save for about an hour, trying to figure out what to do next. There's a lot of missions that I haven't done yet. In fact, I realized I don't think I've even powered a single gateway chamber yet in this save. There's still the VTOL to get over on Visania, and I realized I'm only about halfway through that. There's, of course, the wonderful Rails updates, and a good chunk of that hour was me rearranging this. I now have triple track through here. The idea being that trains, since this will probably be a hub, trains can go through here without anything being annoyed by the fact that there's a train sitting at the station. Yeah, it's ugly looking right now because I've got to do some smoothing out of terrain and such, but anyhow. One thing that I do want to do, but I'm not going to do this on camera because it's not a lot of fun to watch. One thing I just need to do is this base needs to be redesigned. It worked great, but it has not grown very well. So what I want to do is I'm going to spend another hour, maybe even two, redesigning this base. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Here's what it looks like beforehand, and we're going to see what I can come up with. I'm going to replace a lot of these smaller platforms with the extra large Cs because those are my favorite for just everything, and go from there. So everybody, I will hopefully be back for just a few seconds for all of you, but this is going to take me a while. One more thing before I leave. I have an idea of somewhere to go with railroads. So I did a little scouting, and I discovered 2 points of interest that I always like to build a base around. And that's what I'm going to lay track towards. I've got them with beacons. So there's one there, the green one, and there's one over here, the orange one. They're rail distance worthy. I think this one's just a little bit farther than that one. There could even be a third somewhere. I based this on my experience in all my other saves. These points of interest always seem to appear within a certain distance of your starting base. So that's what I'm going to build towards in the future. But right now, we're going to get this base to be a lot more useful. So everybody, I'll see you in just a few moments. Hey everybody, so here we are. We've got the area cleared now. Just got a little bit of stuff sitting here. We can go ahead and move this off to the side. And what we're going to do is start to level out. Now, I used originally the level function on my terrain tool, and of course that creates the slight bowl effect, which is annoying. And I don't know why I never trusted the alignment mod in the beginning. But now I know what the alignment mod does, and I'm going to use that. And we're going to use the space right under our base to go ahead and do that. So if I can get it to actually behave, and I don't think I'll be able to, I'll probably have to get... Well, there we go, that works. And just go ahead, and now we're just going to come out, and hopefully I'll see the difference this makes. It should start biting into the terrain a little bit and flattening this out. Now, I don't know if that will really happen. It does look like it's doing it a little bit. So, but we're going to keep doing this, and what I should do, if I can find some zinc, I'm going to get the wide mod so that this will be a lot faster. But that means I have to find zinc. And I don't know if I have any. I didn't look around. But anyhow, this is what this is my first step, which is correcting the terrain that is around the base. So, be back in just a bit. Okay, everybody, well, I'm back, and Here we are in the redesigned base. So I like elbow room, first of all. So I don't like everything all cluttered, and that's what was getting to me with that last base. So now I have everything very nicely spread out. I still have some extra platforms that are just kind of tucked over here for the time being. Those will either get shredded or repurposed in the future. But I also am planning ahead. This base is the first base, of course, of the entire game, but also will be the first base on the global power network. So, with rails, of course, you can distribute power and oxygen everywhere. And my idea is, of course, new bases will be connected by rail. So how am I doing that? Well, this is what took me the longest amount of time. By the way, I spent about an hour and 45 minutes, maybe an hour and 50 minutes, doing all this. So down here, this goes up to the shelter. And then I use platforms to distribute power because extenders drive me nuts. They are buggy as heck. They will flake. They flake out. I just don't like extenders. Please, System Era, get rid of the one-way thing with extenders. Okay, there was never a reason for one-way power in the first place, except for extenders were too overpowered or something. I don't know. This is a personal opinion, but extenders just are not they just don't work. Because what will happen is when you draw a large amount of power, you can actually see the power will just do whatever, almost like AC type thing, right, back and forth. And I've had it hooked up to an auto extractor, and the auto extractor is getting power half the time in very, very quick bursts, and it was just a pain in the butt. But anyhow, so I use these medium platform A's all the way down to here. Right now, my only power for the entire thing are these 3 RTGs. That goes up to the rail station that's up there. This here goes up to the back of one platform up there. That way, things just also look a lot cleaner, you'll notice. I don't have power cables going everywhere. Yes, I have them connecting here. I've seen some really good layout of bases, also some really good management where the platforms are even. The surface of the platforms are even with the ground. That's really kind of cool. You don't see the power cables, but it's a little bit weird because then everything looks like it's just sitting on the ground. I like at least seeing the platforms. But I'm not going to go through that much effort. I don't have the patience to do it. This isn't where everything's going to live. This is just where I shoved everything for the moment. I'm going to rearrange, but we can do that, right? We can move modules around. So there's the power that comes up from below. I also did a little bit of work over here. I smoothed the ground out a little bit. I didn't get around to planting grass over here yet, but eventually I will. There's the power that connects, so I had to be very careful that I never disconnect that. In fact, what I probably should have done is put a second one in there so that I have redundancy. But anyhow, I need a shredder to get rid of all of this. Again, System Era, please let us move these. I'd really like to just move it. It was a mistake where I put it, and anyhow, as I mentioned before, I have 3 rails going through. This one has to go up because it goes up and over the xenobiology lab. And then this can just be a siding where coal hangs out or any other train. But that way, trains coming through can just pass right through. So I have multiple junctions down here. And again, off camera, I'll do this. I'll actually set up my block protection where the switches align themselves appropriately to protect the block if it's occupied. That doesn't mean this switch would be the one. It would be this one right here. This would probably default to that setting, because you want to go through, and yeah, I know you got a curve to go around, or you got a curve to go through, but basically it would be something like that, and you would just head straight over like that, using my one-way right-hand drive. So that would come, and then over to here. So this siding right here would pretty much just be disconnected from the rest of the network most of the time. It would be one that you would manually flip the switch to the correct orientation to get to the station. So I guess that's about it. It is late. I spent much longer on this than I really wanted to. But next week, we're going to get back to building things. So, what the heck? I've got a little bit of time. I'll show you the point of interest that I plan to build another base at. So, let's see. I don't remember which one was closer. We'll just head to green, because green is my favorite color. So, I will have to scout a route. But I think I remember there was a wonderful... You go around this hill. Well, maybe it wasn't around the hill. There was, similar to this right here, another little pass that I plan to leverage to go through with the rail, as opposed to going all the way around. Although I may just go all the way around that hill that's now over on screen right, or I'm sorry, on the right of the screen. But this is where I plan to build a base. Every time I find one of these in my other saves, I build a base around it, because I don't know, why not? Got this, which actually has power. It doesn't have power, but it distributes power. It can, I like to land the VTOL on top. It'd be nice if you could actually land a shuttle up there, but you can't. You can stick a shuttle up there if you want, but then it won't be able to land back there. Excuse me, as I said, it's late. And yeah, I probably won't go around the hill, because as you can see, that hill, that ridge, kind of separates this from the main base. The other one that I've found is the orange beacon, which I will build to eventually, and that will be just another base building thing. What I like to do with these is I turn them into my production lines, and this has a lot of space around it. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably have another 3 lines, rail lines, going right through here, 1, 2, 3, but this time the station will be on an actual siding, and then the 2 through, one will be a straight shot through, the other will be the probably the down, you know, coming toward, what is that, southbound. And then over here I would probably build a production line with another train station that is where unloading and unloading would occur. So I would have a train station over here just for aesthetics, you know, hey, here's where, you know, like passengers. But then over here would be a working train station with some logic built in that multiple trains can come to it. Ooh, I could really use that clay, because I need ceramic. Where multiple trains can come in, and they'll just wait until a train has cleared, again, kind of using switches, and power switches, I should say, to monitor which leg the last train came in from, and keep that open until that train leaves, and then the next train can come in. That way, one station can service multiples. I've seen a lot of really great systems out there with orders, train orders. I think some people are calling them tickets. I like to call them orders because that's what a train receives, is orders where it goes to. And basically, I think they stick on the rail engine the resource that it's trying to go to or from, and then auto arms will pick up and move it, and that's really neat. But I just, again, don't have the patience to do that. But for some reason, I have the patience to do my block protection and block detection. So, but anyhow, enough about that, folks. This was a short episode. I'm going to try to keep them, 30 minutes or less. I know sometimes I get a little long. In fact, right here is probably that. I know I just changed gears. I try to keep them a little short, but right here I think is that passage that I plan to leverage so that I can more or less have a straight shot between the two bases. Some of these trees will unfortunately have to go. I know they're only virtual trees in a game, but I still feel bad when I take down trees in this game. I don't know why. So let's see. Rocks. Come on, Buggy, you can get over these rocks. Prove yourself. There you go. So I need to head this way a little bit. Oh, darn! It's just debris. A wind turbine would be nice. And also, of course, as I said, I still have a lot of objectives I haven't gone after in this game. This particular save, I should say. I haven't gone after any of the gateway chambers. I've done that already, though, so I don't think the rest of you really want to watch that. But let me know in the comments below. Things also that I got to figure out, how am I going to get over there? Do I want to take a sharp turn here, or do I want to have a junction? So it's going to be a lot of fun. I really love the trains update. It is incredible. Or rails. It's rails update, that's right. It is a lot of fun, and I am really enjoying it. So everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, thank you for watching, and I will see all of you in the next episode of Astroneer. Take care, and bye!